This crown was made by the Yoruba people of Nigeria in the 19th century. The British Museum on its page says that this was donated in 1904 by Sir William McGregor. So how does someone who never made something, never wore something, never inherited something get the right to donate it? McGregor was the governor of Lagos Colony, and at the time, the British were consolidating control over Yoruba land through manipulation and force. There were disputes over crowns and succession, which was very common at the time. But instead of this to be settled the traditional way, the colonial officers interfered. And one of these interferences led to this crown being in the British Museum today, till today. Why does this matter? In Yoruba culture, the crown is not just any piece of accessory or clothing. It's one of the most important symbols of kingship that connects the ruler to the ancestors and the spiritual world. Before a king can wear it, he needs to undergo certain sacred rituals like seclusion, cleansing, and blessings by the priests. The beaded veil is meant to hide his face because once the king is crowned, he's no longer just a man. He's now the living embodiment of the throne and his ancestors, and he's even like a spirit. The birds on the crown represent the royal bird, Okin. The peacock is the king of all birds. That's why the king himself rules over everyone. Oba. Oba Leon Gbogbo. So that's the point of the name Oba. Not only is it sacred, it's also dangerous because there are some taboos. Who can touch the crown, who can see it, when it can be worn. And there's even some legends that if the king were to look directly inside the crown, it would kill him. That's how sacred this is. To now strip the crown of its context and make it just an artifact on a shelf somewhere. So when these museums list these Yoruba artifacts and cultural objects as donated, they're erasing the violence of how they were taken. We should care about this because these objects are not dead history. They're not just in the past. They're still part of a living culture. We still have Obas today. And whether or not there was a struggle over succession in Remo in the past doesn't give anyone the right to seize cultural artifacts and keep it in their museum till date. In my opinion, these are some of the things that we need to be speaking up about today because a lot of things have been swept under the rug, under the curtains of history, but we are still alive today. The Yoruba culture is still alive today, still being practiced. Our culture is not for display. It is a living, breathing culture that deserves its own recognition by its own people, that should be in the custody of the people. And that's my opinion on that. What do you guys think?